Okay, so this is session 3 of 4 of Urban Shadows, the Forsaken Metropolis. We are down one player, but there was someone on the wait list, so we have a drop in, I guess, today. So Darren, tell us about Agni
Yeah,
Rosenson.
yeah. I think what I was conceptualizing, because I'm not sure exactly what the city is and everything, and I think I remember from the pitch on Hangouts was that we were kind of like building up a new city. So just as a rough sketch, I'm picturing Agni as like the son of an immigrant family. And he, like a first generation, wherever it's American or Canadian or wherever this might be. Um, and then he works, or he's like recently moved to this city and he works with like a private investigator or something like that. Um, I built that in with his moves and everything, like the psychometry. Just very good at picking stuff up, and he's just useful in that way. Good at finding things.
All right. So here's what's happened so far. And anyone who wants to help, please do so. The city is the city, as the premise is stated, is a city that the rest of the world doesn't know about. What's happened so far is that the police commissioner has been killed or found dead, and she sold her soul twice. Once to the demon Prince Stolas, or demon, demon lord lady. They're non-binary. They're used they genders. Uh, uh, and once to this group of people who want to expand the city. One of them being the creature that should not be Piper. And for whatever reason, Piper had the soul and not Stolas when she died. So Piper gave the soul to uh, Gus, who is our tainted. On the side, we also have the Call, who is also involved in this um, landscape development, I guess, plan. Claiborne, who is dead now, and then we have Dolores and Venables. And again, they are tied to the Call, which is tied to Victor, who is our revenant. And then we have the hunter Amanda, who is hunting vampires and helped with dealing with the call member Claiborne. So, if any of you want to suggest anything to tie your characters together, that would be great. I see the investigator perhaps being Alison Chambers, who was the woman who sold her soul twice somehow. If
That'd be interesting.
Gus, since that's tied to your character, would that make sense?
Sorry, I didn't catch. So something. What about Allison Chambers?
Uh, since Agni, according to the rough draft of the backstory, is that what's their gender?
Male, he, him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he was working for a investigator. I was thinking maybe that's the police commissioner who died.
Oh, I thought my understanding was that. Correct me if I'm wrong about this, Darren. Someone saying that the police commissioner hired him as a investigator.
Yeah, I originally was starting as I worked for an investigator, but I like that
Right.
bent more. Yeah, that the getting hired by the police department here or something like that. Yeah.
Right, as like or maybe like working out. So one of the things that seems to have been going on was that she was tied in with this shady real estate deal between a number of the supernatural factions in town, and that seems to have led to her death, although we don't know why or how yet. Um, so maybe even like you were an off the books investigator.
Oh yeah, That's good.
Right? Like, she was using you to try and find out some of the stuff. Who knows? Maybe that's why they killed her. We don't know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We'll play to find out.
Yeah. I don't have a love letter, unfortunately, because I didn't know how to tie you in. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
that
fair.
works. That definitely works.
Mhm.
So your debts. Someone helps you understand your dreams and visions. You owe them 2 debts. Oh, and please introduce your characters now that we have this note there. Let's start with Gus.
Yeah, since I was just I'm playing Augustus Gus Anaba, the Tainted. I am an ancient North African man who looks like he's in his 40s. Servant of the demon Stolas, and in the context of, and I also work as a lawyer. In the context of this particular story, Maria already gave the background on Allison Chambers' soul, but I have most recently been tasked with trying to find out how it was that she was able to sell her soul twice, and how it got out from Stolas, how she was able to get it back and then resell it, and of course why exactly she was killed, like the whole deal here.
All right, Victor, tell us about Victor.
So Victor Ames is the Revenant, which means that he came back from the dead. So he doesn't remember a whole lot about his life before. He remembers bits and pieces of what happened to him before, and so he kind of has a shit list of people that need to pay for what they did to him, and so he is unable to die until he finishes with that list. And so he has some ties to some of the characters he's been working with. Gus, I believe, as kind of an enforcer.
Oh no, he's the enforcer of the character who had to drop out for today.
Oh, I have no more people to enforce then. Okay, so he was in his life dating another character who's also not here anymore. So, although that is Zach's character's roommate, so at least I have some tie to that. But in any event, so he has a list of people. He has like a demonic mastiff that follows him around, that helps him determine who's on his list and who isn't. And yeah, so that's Victor wears like this kind of S&M slave collar thing, because that's what he did before he was killed. Was he was a professional like S&M person. So yeah, and that's Victor. So
All right, and last but not least, Amanda.
Okay, so I play Amanda Lee. She is a college-age vampire hunter. So I play the hunter playbook, and so she lives with her by herself, but she works at her parents' restaurant, and so that's what she does for her day job or night job, whatever. Okay, so yeah, the deal, like where I plan this story is that my roommate London, who is Victor's partner, so I live with her, and then I found Victor's body, and so right now I'm kind of like, it has this like tangle with Victor, because like at the end of last session he's also kind of like trying to stick with me. So I guess what I'm trying to do, or like what Victor's trying to do through me, is to figure out who, like, or like trying to piece back of Victor's memory, I guess. Like that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah.
All right. So with that in mind, who is helping you understand your dreams and visions? Agni.
I think maybe maybe I work with Gus to do that some. And probably like your connection with your demon lord and stuff gives you a little bit more contact with that sort of like spooky dream stuff.
Like I wonder if maybe like in a completely non-supernatural capacity, like the law firm I work for hired you just to do some like basic legwork. And like it became clear that I might have access to something that would be helpful to interpreting your stuff, so you came to me with it. That like fit in with what you're...
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking maybe this power for Agni is maybe hereditary, so maybe it's something that like having left home doesn't really have any guidance with. So yeah, anything that he could get clarity about something I think would work.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah, I owe you 2 debts.
Yeah. I will write those debts on... Yeah. Oh wait, never mind. They're being written. You've had that dire prophecy about someone, but you don't know how to help them yet. You owe them a debt.
I feel like Victor's the obvious one, but that also feels very heavy on that storyline.
And it could be like, you don't know how to help them yet, but it already happened. So that could also be the thing.
I mean, that could kind of be funny. I showed up and you were already dead. I was like, shit. Whoops. I'm thinking that, or maybe something with the police chief or the commissioner.
All right. You would owe her a debt, but she's kind of dead.
Yeah, I know. That might be too complicated.
But then again, so well, we have ghosts and stuff, but then again,
Yeah.
she somehow had 2 souls to sell. And yeah, one of them is in possession of Stolas right now, so...
Maybe I should figure out a dire prophecy. Maybe that would make that easier. Well, let's skip to the third one. I really don't know what to do with that one. Unless someone else has an idea, I'm totally open to anything.
All right. You are helping someone realize their true potential through your visions. They owe you a debt.
What if this is Amanda? If I'm involved with this group somehow, maybe like in general, these like visions aren't very clear for me, and that's why I have to go to Gus. But maybe there's something about Amanda or like something that happened when we first met that just adds a lot of clarity to that. So maybe maybe how I help out Amanda with my visions is that I'm just able to do it better with her. Sound good? Something like that?
I like that. I'm just wondering also like what kind of... Is it just like any vision, or is it like a specific vision that that works really well for you when you're with me? Like some sort of, I don't know, or just like all kinds of visions.
Yeah, I think through my visions. This is one that's so vague. Maybe it's just like an acute danger sense. Maybe if we're in the process of you doing your hunter business and I'm with you, something about that like heightened kind of like hyper adrenaline sort of situation helps me focus on like what's affecting you. That's like pretty narrow for helping someone realize their true potential, but I think that could like grow more than just trying to figure out the debt.
Cool. I like that. I'm into that. So I owe you 2 debts then?
Just one.
debt.
Yeah.
Oh, just one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
And excuse me.
Is there
Sorry,
a new
I
character?
I hate it when I have to sneeze and like it doesn't it dies.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the worst thing in the world.
I know, right? So yeah, I want to do this session
Is there-
intro. Sorry.
Is there a new character like playbook sheet that maybe you've shared before I got in the chat?
Yes. There's another one on the right. And you're on the far left because I hid Alejandro. I hid the wizard.
I still can't see Agnes.
Agnes on the far right.
Hmm.
I haven't gotten the link yet for that.
Oh, the link.
The new character
Right.
sheet. Yeah.
Let me recopy that. You should get on Google Hangout so you can just get that one from there because
Cool.
I did share it there.
For the other debt, Victor, maybe the dire prophecy that I've had about you is one of the people on your shit list. There's something that's going to happen, and I don't even get what's going on with you because you've come back to life and you're like hunting this person or whatever down. So maybe this dire prophecy that I don't know how to help with is that I just don't grasp your situation like at all.
That would make total sense, Joe.
Cool.
That would make total sense, Joe.
So I owe you a debt for that.
Okay.
No, that was right. It was David. You had one on his brother, not on him. All right. All right. So now that this is somewhat done, I want to do session intro, if that's okay with everyone. So let's start with Agni. Who is the character you trust the least out of the player characters?
Well, unfortunately, I think it has to be Gus because I was working for the commissioner and then he's investigating what's going on. So I don't know if I'm like on the commissioner's side, but I think we would have naturally been at odds from the beginning.
All right. So Gus, I would like you to spotlight a faction that isn't marked, which is any faction for Agni.
Right. So, one thing that I think that I'm not sure whether your character knows this, but that sort of the person in the course of our investigations, we were able to eliminate one of the other people involved in this deal, and from the faction of Knight, and Allison and I are both in power. So I actually, Wild. So I think what I want to do is for you, let's spotlight mortality. I think that mortality in the city outside of the player characters has not been, we haven't seen a lot of them. And that maybe we can try to bring them in a little bit. Sorry, that was rambly.
That's fine. So I will mark mortality for you here, and I want you to tell me a rumor about mortality, and then roll to see how well you are into that part.
A rumor about mortality. Can this be like broad, like just anybody who's not related to like any supernatural power? It doesn't need to be like, okay.
Yeah.
I think a rumor that I would have heard around like the police precincts that I would have been working in with the commissioner. Oh man, what's a good police rumor? Oh, I don't even know. Yeah, go ahead. No, I really I was about to just like ramble to come up with something.
I was gonna say if any of you want to help out, then that's fine. Like it like the rumors could be related to the real estate deal that's going on. Some of the people that have been killed recently. It could be anything really.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe tell me if you like this idea. I feel like I'm throwing out a lot of ideas, but tell me if you like this idea. So this vampire was burned to death, was killed by Victor the other day, and there was like a whole it was a big fight out on Elm Street. Truck was lit on fire. It's the kind of thing that would get police attention. And the rumor you heard is that this thing happened and that there was no follow up, and like the sort of the people on the ground, the beat cops there were told to back off and not to pass it up the chain.
Yeah, I really like that. I was trying to think of like something to tie in, like something like beat cops or something. Yeah, there's like no official records, so even if there's like that one beat cop in some station who like is getting suspended because he won't stop talking about it, and the other cops are like, "There's nothing, man. There's like not even a record." I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes actually a lot of sense. Roll with mortality.
Okay.
Oh right, I need to pull out the roll for your party, which is randomly Central Phoenix. Let me copy and paste here. Right. Choose a color and let me know.
Okay. I will be red. And then 2d6 plus 0. I like always lose the roll. Oh, there it is. Jesus. I always lose this one. I got a 10.
Okay. So you have you're prepared and you have either a debt with someone on that faction or a useful piece of information or equipment. You choose.
I like the debt.
All right.
Debt mortality, and maybe it's if this works, maybe it's I like that beat cop that got suspended. Maybe I was able to like do something like smooth it over, so like he's not talking about it anymore, but his life isn't ruined also.
Right.
Something like that.
What's their name?
Oh, what's their name? I feel like their name is Sam. Sam McGruff. Super cop name. Children's book cop name.
McGruff. Okay, fine.
Yes.
One on Sam. All right. Sure. Now we go to Gus. Tell us Who's the person you trust the least?
I don't think anyone's going to be surprised to hear that it's Victor. I think that I found his behavior confusing. I don't know what motivates him. He's super weird, and he just wanted to. All he wanted to do was kill that guy, and I don't really understand it, and I don't trust it. What was the vampire's name?
Claiborne.
Claiborne. All he wanted to do was kill Claiborne, and I don't know why. And it was useful, but someone like that is a loose cannon.
All right. Victor, highlight a spotlight of faction for Gus, please. Oh, you muted for there. Okay. Unmute your Hangouts as well. Sorry, it's just that I didn't know that you muted yourself through your headphones.
Yep. Per usual. All right, I'm gonna take a look. So Gus. So let's do wild for you.
He already has wild. It has to be one that isn't marked already.
Oh, he's already got 2 marked.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's either power or mortality.
Power
Okay,
gaming. Min-maxing.
Yeah, let's do power. That sounds good.
Oh, sorry. I was joking about the marks. Okay. A rumor about power. All right. Tell me if this is okay. Like, just it also might explain Alejandro's absence, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want to step on that character if you know what, maybe I shouldn't, just to not step on that character. So instead, let's say that okay, the rumor is that there's a big deal going down, and there's a coven, not a coven, a some kind of a group of wizards. What's a group of wizards? Do they have a thing? A council, a circle of wizards. There we go.
Yeah.
A circle of wizards. Has is attempting, like, wants a part of the deal, and it's not clear right from the rumor whether it's the same deal that we're talking about or this is another completely different thing with a completely different piece of land, but that there's power in that land, and the circle of wizards wants it, and the head of that circle is named we'll call her Danielle. Danielle, what's a good, nice German last name? We'll call her Danielle Steinhardt. HARDT.
Oh, sorry. All right. Now roll with power.
Roll with power, and my power is 0. It's just a straight up roll. Was it just the same roll, or did I not roll?
I don't know.
I'm
moving sorry, I'm moving the dice around.
Okay.
That's probably why.
Okay. I'm the blue dice.
Okay.
All right. So reroll selected. 7.
All right.
Barely inched over that pass line.
All right. Neck deep in it, you owe someone a debt, and someone owes that debt to you. So who owes you a debt, and who do you owe? Who owes you? Well, who owes you and who do you owe, basically.
Okay, and it has to be in power?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the same person. It just has to be in power.
Right. So, I mean, I think that, not Danielle herself, but I think that I think that Danielle owes me, not Danielle, sorry, one of the lower level wizards in this circle named the wonderfully anonymous name of Alan Smith. Alan Smith owes me for something stupid, for getting him out of a traffic ticket that would have had the car that belonged to the circle impounded and gotten him in a lot of trouble. But now I have a hook into them, and who do I owe? Also in power. I owe Alejandro here. We're here. It would just be him because I have a good thing for that, but that's not going to work. I owe no, you know what? It's not a traffic ticket. He got the traffic ticket. He got in a lot of trouble. But I got him out of it by doing some work for Danielle. Now I owe Danielle and the guy and Alan owes me for saving his ass.
Okay. That works. Now back to Victor.
Wait, should I mark power then? Is that how that works or no?
Yes, you mark power. And now Victor. Who do you trust the least? And I muted you on Hangouts as well because you were unmuted. I heard you talking with someone, but whatever.
I'm sorry. So who do I trust? Well, probably the new person, because I don't know who the heck this person is. Agni.
All right. Agni, the spotlight a faction for Victor that isn't already marked. So anyone except Knight.
Yeah. Let's do Wild.
Okay.
Okay, now that Wild is marked, give us a rumor.
Is that me?
Yes. You.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Think about Wild. So Wild's like fairies and stuff. Is that the idea?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So there are rumors that these goblins, or kind of dark fairies, they are trying to put some like sleeping dust in the water supply in a certain part of town. And nobody knows why they're trying to do that, but they tend to have these kind of long-running schemes where they try to steal stuff or trick people or that kind of thing.
All right. Give me that roll.
Okay, so I'm rolling. Okay. All right. Cool. That would be a 7. Or, yeah.
Yeah, 7. Okay, so you owe someone in that faction a debt, and they owe you.
Well, I would say Gus would be the most obvious choice since he is wild.
Choice for what?
What's that?
Choice for what, specifically?
Oh, I'm looking at his thing. So he has a demon form. It doesn't have to be related to the rumor, right?
Preferably yes.
I'm not sure how to tie him to that rumor. Like I'm looking to see what his character is good at doing. I think I'm going to not have it be him because I'm going to have it be another character, an NPC. So it'll be somebody that he worked with in the past before he was killed. And her name is Natalie. And she is a fairy-blooded creature. And she she helped Victor avoid drinking the tainted water, so he didn't get hit with the sleep dust.
So you owe her.
Yep.
And then who owes you in that faction?
Trying to see if there's a way that, well, Gus already owes me 2 debts. I don't know if I want to add another one. I guess we could. I'm trying to think of what would make sense.
Do you remember what those debts were for? Because I don't, and I didn't write it.
They were just like the starting ones. I'd have to look.
I probably wrote it down. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
The night that you came back to life, you kind of accidentally saved my life.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what happened last session, if there would be something that would make sense to add another debt. Otherwise, I'll just pick somebody else.
I think if it's okay with you, you told someone else about it and they owe you. Just to make things easier.
Yeah. But it has to be someone from Wild, right?
Yeah, I know someone from Wild. It's Ace.
Beautiful. Good.
So
yep.
You have 1 debt on Ace. All right. And Amanda, who do you trust the least?
I feel like since Victor is just sticking with me, I feel like it would be cool for me to trust Victor the least, because I don't 100% know for sticking with me is. So yeah, would that work? Yeah.
Victor, spotlight a faction.
All right, this is for Amanda.
Yes.
Let's go with power.
All right, tell us a rumor about power.
Let me see. Just give me a second. So, power, let me see. What's the deal with Pierre again? Can you remind me?
Who, sorry?
What's the deal with Pierre again?
Oh, Pierre was an immortal who left town, and he apparently was one of the people who made the deal.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. What are the power playbooks? So there's
it's Wizard, Oracle, Hallowed. It's people with power, with supernatural power.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm drawing on a blank here right now. Hmm. Okay, my instinct is to figure out why, because Darren's faction's power, right?
Yeah.
I kind of want to figure out the motivation for why Darren is entangled, like why he's like
Agni.
sticking with me, or like yeah, Agni, sticking with me. So maybe, 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 since okay, so my why I became a hunter is because I have a, I would say like a close friend that was murdered by a vampire, and so that's why I'm a vampire hunter now. And so I feel like maybe within the power faction, I'm wondering maybe Agni knows the or has something to do why um my close friend, let's say his name is Devin, was like murdered by like killed by a vampire, was like a victim. um mm, let's
Sure.
see.
So you think Agni knows something about why that Devon was killed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll with power.
Which
So that is 0.
so got 12.
All right, so you got a debt on someone on that faction or a useful piece of information or equipment. Your choice.
Mm, let's say that Agni was there when Devin was murdered, and
So he
he didn't
owes
really
you?
do anything. Sure. Or maybe that's the information that I gather. But maybe Agni doesn't really know about that information too.
So you wanted to be the information or the debt?
I would like that to be information.
Okay.
Or would that work better as a debt?
I think it works better as a debt.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. On all right. If it's fine with everyone, let's take a break here so I can think about this and maybe eat. Take a quick snack. So we'll be back and by 9, I guess.
Okay. minute, that's not right. That's not double protection and studded leather. Hold on, let's see if I can see if I think I forgot to do something.
Is everyone back?
I'm here.
All right. So, excuse me. All right. So you're back at the where do you guys say you would go? Victor would go back to the shop, but it's closed for some reason.
Some reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. Okay. I don't. Where would Victor go? So this is after he was at Amanda's house and they chatted, and then where did she go?
Yeah, Amanda, where did you go?
Well, I'm at the apartment, right? Are you asking me where I'm going right now?
Well,
Yeah.
so we were at the apartment, right? And then the night passed, and I was pacing around your apartment while you were sleeping, because that's what Victor does. And then in the morning, what happens? Like, where does Amanda want to go? Because that affects where Victor would go.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to figure out wait, so what happened to Frederick? Frederick's the ghost that I
Yeah.
shot.
He's
And
dispersed.
He's dispersed, so he's just like not there anymore. He's not. Okay.
Well,
I guess I'm trying to.
for now.
What's that? For now.
For now, yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to find where Piper's at. Maybe I'm trying to hit the streets again.
But like, why are you trying to find Piper?
I just want to gather information. Let's see. Or you know what? Maybe I wanna go see Agni. Because I'm trying to figure out. Do you think Agni just shows up within our story, or maybe I'll try to go see Agni and figure out what happened, say like, I don't know, 5 years ago when Devin was murdered.
All right. So, Agni, where are you?
If it's the morning, I think that I may be at a police station, like starting my day, because I imagine I'm still like carrying on that I'm investigating this real estate deal.
Yeah. All right.
So you're from a neighborhood police station.
All right. And Gus, you start the morning where?
Right. So we've already done my morning, right? We sort of set up at the last session, at the end of the last session,
right.
Monday morning, and I had my meeting with Piper. So we know where I am until about 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm at work, I guess. If something happens, I'll go somewhere.
All right. So we don't have to worry about Gus right now. So I guess Agni, you get a phone call, I guess, from Amanda, if that's how that works. Amanda, do you want to call him, or how? How do you want to reach Agni?
I think texting would be what probably Amanda would do.
Okay. So yeah, you get a text.
And I probably don't want to see her at the police station.
All right.
Yeah, we can meet somewhere else, wherever, coffee shop.
like a coffee shop. Yes, I text her. Coffee at noon. Question mark.
Remember, Agni probably sends a thumbs up back. So yeah,
Cool.
we'll meet up.
Do you think you know why Amanda's texting you, or like the motive behind for us to meet up? Do you have a...
No, I think though Agni thinks that he can leverage you in some way to like figure out what's going on, get into whichever communities. So whatever it is,
Okay.
Agni would probably show up regardless.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm like waiting like on the back by the bathroom there. I don't know, Victor, what you're doing. You're just sticking around, or you're moving around the coffee shop?
I don't think Victor would go to the coffee shop. He's not really ready to be in public like that. So if it's during the middle of the day, he'll probably just like go to the park and hang out there or something.
Okay.
All right.
Like he's nearby if you need him, but yeah, that's where he is.
So let's have the coffee shop scene, and then I'll figure out what's going on with Victor. Okay.
Cool. All right. So I'm in the coffee shop, and I see you walk in, and you could probably see my face is like really tired and distraught from the night before. Let's say like, you're here.
Do you need a coffee? Are you okay?
I think you know what we're here for. Last was such a disaster. You know what's up with that.
Sorry, you broke up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Last night was a disaster, Agni. I think you know what happened.
Yeah, I had a feeling about it, an inkling. So what's up? What do you need?
I have a feeling that Devin, do you think you know about Devin? I think you know about Devin, and I think Devin has something to do with Allison, like why Allison's murdered. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Look, Amanda, I know a lot of dead people. I've seen a lot of deaths, and I've seen a lot of deaths that didn't happen. So something happened with this Devin, and it has something to do with Allison. I don't know.
You were there that night that Devin died. I know you're there, and I know your connection with Allison. And I know you know something that I don't know.
Do we know, out of character, do we know that is Devin actually connected to anything?
No, I guess I just
I can make something up. I just don't want to like step on.
You can make something up.
Yeah.
no.
I'll give you authority to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to step on anything from the past. Okay. Yeah, Agni. Since you have that debt, Agni knows that like you definitely do know something. And Agni says, "Look, if you know what's going on, then you know. I'm not really here to figure this out. I'm here to clean up the tracks. And sometimes cleaning up the tracks means some people have to go away. And Devin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time."
Is that why Allison's gone too now? Are you cleaning someone else's tracks too? That's why Allison's gone?
Oh, I didn't kill Devin. I didn't kill Allison. I guess I'm part of the cleanup crew, yeah, but I don't do that. I don't know what happened to Allison. That's why I'm still around. That's the big mystery for me. What happened to Devin? There's nothing else I can tell you. What happened to Allison though? I don't know.
Agni, you know we work together well. You have this something that you do with your visions and stuff, for like whatever you call it. And you for me, whether you like it or not, right? What if we I want you to figure out what's happening with why Allison's dead together. Well, I can be with you. And maybe I can pry you out about Devin while we're working on this.
There's been, being around the station, I heard about that vampire that got burned in the middle of the streets. So there's clearly something more going on here than just a shady real estate deal. That sounds like a way more interesting proposition than making some numbers disappear and making some people forget some things that they shouldn't know.
Okay.
I'm in.
I guess I don't know what to do anymore. I guess I'll just okay. Agni. We'll keep in contact.
Sure. Maybe I'll go back and see. I'll go back to where Devin died and see if there's anything starting from there. If you think he's connected to Allison, then maybe there's something I missed.
All right. And now at the park, Victor, you see there's a bunch of people in the park. There's like, it's busy right now. It's not strangely busy. It's like, it's normal. But you do see someone you recognize. You see Dolores in the middle of the park.
Okay, what's she doing?
She is setting up some sort of display, and she seems to be like setting something up, like a stage or something in the middle of the park. There must be some event going on.
Interesting. Okay. Are there a lot of people around her, or is she by herself doing this?
Oh, there's a lot of people around her. She's directing the people around her.
Okay. So at this point, I think Malcolm would appear. That's my mastiff. And I will look down at Malcolm and say, what do you think I should do? Should I approach her? There's an awful lot of people around.
All right. Is that a move, or do you just ask him?
Nah, I don't think it's a move. It's just I'm just talking to him. The only move related to him is if I add someone to my list. So, which I'm not doing. He's already on the list, or she's already on the list. So, but there's a move that's not a roll. If I punish them, I can ask if it's fitting, but that's different. Okay, so I am going to slowly approach. Victor will slowly approach and trying not to be seen by her at first. Like, he wants to kind of surprise her.
All right. Yeah, if you ask the Mastiff, he would say that yes, you can wait for her later, but the punishment would not be fitting unless it happens in front of everyone.
Well, I can certainly do that. So yeah, so then I will start to approach but again, if there's any cover or any way for me to get closer to her without her noticing, I'm trying to do that.
All right, that sounds like you're keeping your cool.
Sure.
Yeah, because you're trying to make sure you get by and not lose your shit.
All right, let me get the moves up here because I don't have them up in front of me right now. What does that roll with?
Spirit.
Spirit, okay. I'll pull this up later. All right. Where's roll for your party? All right, so that is a 12, I think.
All right. 11.
11, okay.
All right. So you do approach her. You get close enough to do stuff to her, but yeah, she's implying you. There's gonna be a lot of people watching, and so how are you gonna approach this situation? Like,
I'm just gonna walk right up to her. I mean, so Malcolm thinks that I should be doing this as publicly as possible, right? Is that what he said? I think that's what he said.
He wants everyone to see at least her body.
Okay. All right. So I'll walk up to her, and Victor walks up to her and maybe grabs her shoulder or something.
All right. She turns around and says, "Oh, Who might you be?
You don't remember me? Granted, I'm shirtless, wearing the slave collar and leather pants.
Yeah, I know. She's looking at you and saying, "Yeah, I've seen many people like you. I don't know who you are."
All right, I throw her down on the table, or it seems like a picnic table or something, or some kind of table.
All right.
I'll just throw her down on the table.
All right. That's an unleash.
Okay. Well, I have a move called Vigilante, which I was going to use. That lets me do this kind of stuff.
All right. Let me look at Vigilante then.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, you can do that.
That's my intention to do something nasty to her. All right. So toss her down on the table. Says.
You have to roll though.
Okay.
When you're going to battle, you roll, and then you get hold.
Okay. All right. Let me do that. Well, this is +3. Not 34. There we go. All right. Ooh, that is only a 6, I think. Yeah.
I think you do throw her down the table. However, I think everyone's gonna notice and someone's gonna call the cops, definitely.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, in this move on a miss, I still hold 1, but I take -1 forward.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. All right. So Victor looms over her and says, "You should remember when you have sinned." And I'll like hold her down by her throat. "You were there. Tell me what happened, and I will make it quick."
All right. I'm not sure if there's an persuade an NPC. I think. Is there like?
I mean, this is part of me threatening to kill her. I mean, I'm not really threatening to kill her. I am going to kill her. I'm offering her a quick death if she tells me.
All right. So yeah, she's gonna say, "All right, it's all part of the deal."
What deal?
The expansion deal.
Tell me more. Perhaps I will let you live.
Okay, at this point, there's a bunch of people looking, and you hear sirens.
Last chance, Dolores.
I'm gonna have you keep your cool again.
Okay.
The miscondition being that you don't get any information before you pretty much kill her because you don't have time.
Right. All right, let me get rid of these dice. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, that's a 7.
All right, so so if you want to get information, what it's gonna cost you is the police get there. It's pretty simple. Like basically you have the choice.
I wonder if I could drag her off. Let me see what my options are for this move, because I have this hold, right?
Yeah, you have 1 hold. Oh, you also have -1 forward, so that should have been a 6.
Oh, groovy.
All right, never mind. So yeah, you have absolutely no time. You pretty much have to kill her right here and now.
All right, toast. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a Hulk smash on her. So I like pick her up by her neck and just go wham, wham, wham until she's dead.
All right, that works. No need to roll for that.
Very public.
Yeah.
What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, that pleases your mastiff once you see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you get the fuck away, and yeah, that happened.
All right. Cross that one off the list.
All right. So this happened in the morning, I guess.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. So now the afternoon, I'm guessing Agni gets a call saying Dolores was just killed in the middle of the park by some random dude in bondage gear.
I wonder if it's like I'm on my way to where the site where Devin died, and I like get it on like a police scanner or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man. Well, ooh. I think I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna ignore it for now because I feel like otherwise I'll get stuck just driving around town.
All right.
So yeah, I'm just gonna keep going to where Devin died.
All right. Yeah, it's soon in the news that the park, there's been someone murdered in the park. I was just checking in with Agni because he would be the first one to know this. But Gus, you hear the news pretty soon.
All right. So I had been spending the late morning and early afternoon in my office trying to plan out lines of attack to try and figure out how I can like uncover the next stone in this, to see what's underneath it, what kind of creepy crawlies come out. And I had intended to try and go see Dolores actually, but when I hear what happened, I'm like, someone is murdering off the only sources of information I have. I need to haul ass and talk to Venables. Is that something I can, like, am I likely to know how to get to him?
Venables is it's an immortal, and he's easy to find.
Fantastic. So here's what I do though. I want to call up Amanda.
All right.
I call up Amanda. I'm going to say, Amanda, I have watched your ass. I pulled you out of the fire with Piper enough times, and now I need you to cover me. Provide me some backup when I go into when I go to mix it up with Venables.
All right. So Amanda, Gus is cashing in a debt. Do you want to honor it or refuse to honor it? And by the way, you're on your way to see what the hell happened to Devon. I'm guessing. So this is Amanda, right?
Sorry.
Yes.
My internet is acting. I'm gonna try to restart the chat. My internet is acting up. So let's see.
Okay.
Okay, Maria, just FYI, so I killed another person in my call, so I advance, assuming Malcolm approves, so I went and
yeah, he approves.
So I added another revenant move.
All right. What
it lets me scare people, which I've been good at doing already.
Yes. All right. Oh boy, this is gonna happen again. He joins like 7,000 times. Oh, never mind. It actually works.
All right. Fantastic. Welcome back. All right. So did you catch that? I'm calling in a debt to get you to come with me, to watch my back, when I talk to Venables.
Wait. Are you there, Zach? Zach?
Oh.
Hello.
Hey, sorry, my internet is acting up. Everyone's cutting away and like.
Yeah, I just got your messages twice. Okay. All right. So, but can you hear us now? All right. Yeah, Gus is cashing in a debt on you to go see Venables, I guess.
Yeah, I want you to be my muscle when I go face Venables.
Okay, I'll do it.
Not that I'm not muscular,
I'll go with it.
But okay, keep in mind, Amanda, this would be like now, and you're about to figure out stuff about Devon, who you like that you've been trying to get information on. So, here's the hard choice. Do you want to accept or not?
To accept for him to cash in the debt?
Well, you have the option to refuse.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
So, so you're on your way to see what happened to Devon with Agni. Is that what's going on beforehand?
I thought Agni's doing it by himself. No, or is it with me?
Yeah, I was thinking by myself.
Oh, you were by yourself. I wasn't sure about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
All right, so yeah, you'll do it. Okay, so you made up with Gus. All right. So Venomous isn't hard to find because he is one of the richest people in the city, and he has his own penthouse, and he has ties with everyone. So he isn't hard to find because he tends to throw big parties and stuff, and he is very sociable. So it's not hard to get in contact with him.
Great. So maybe he's got a cocktail party happening in the evening, and we show up then.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, some guests. Do we get ourselves on the guest list? What's the?
I mean, you can call him or basically he invites pretty much everyone who's anyone. So, like,
right, well,
you can get yourself invited if you want.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, so we're there. We knock on the door.
Before the evening, I want to see what Victor is doing and
Right.
Agni. All right, let's go to Agni first, though.
Oh,
so,
sorry. Quick mechanical question before that.
Yes.
Do I mark an advance or do I wait till the end of session for that?
For what?
For cashing in the debt with Amanda.
You do it now.
Great. Sorry. Continue.
All right. So, Agni, you are going to see where Devon was killed, right?
Yes.
Okay. What were you hoping to find there?
I was hoping to do some Oracle voodoo and like just make up a connection, basically.
All right.
Find something.
All right. Is that a move, or do you have moves for that?
I was thinking mechanically just the let it out move, and doing something like extending my senses to like get a vision of what happened before, and kind of like, even though I was there, just to be able to rewatch it from a different perspective, basically.
All right. Cool. Give me a let it out roll then.
Yeah, plus spirit. Oh, it's 6. Wait, 6 plus 2, 8. No, I can't add.
Wait, I am not seeing anything. Oh, you added.
I got a 4 and a 2, but it's telling me 8.
Because
it should be a 7, I think. I have a +1. So
it should be 7? Okay.
Yeah, 7. So choose one and mark corruption. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to do that, extend my senses. Do we have this scene before of Devon dying, or can I just riff?
You can just riff. There's no scene.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so I think, I don't know, this is probably somewhere shady, so I'm in like a abandoned warehouse, and I like, I probably draw something around the perimeter, and then as I'm just like walking around the edge of the warehouse, I like get a vision of like these people. There's Allison, I think, is there. Devin is there, and then there's just like some random like bodyguards, some like hitman, some muscle, and I think there's like I can see Allison and Devin talking, but I can't hear them. But there's a point where, as I'm walking around, circling all this scene, their audio comes into sharp focus, and Devin says something about like organizing somebody, maybe like the mortality faction in general, maybe like kind of exposing all of this in some way. And Allison, that's basically when Allison has him shot and killed. And I think probably the reason why I missed something like this before was like I just wasn't paying attention. Like I was probably standing outside, so like an image of me isn't even there. So there's probably some piece of information that Devin still has that he was threatening Allison with that might still be like around. I think is what I'm gathering.
Also, I want to point out that when Devin got shot, Allison took his soul.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Allison took his soul. Well, and Allison's missing now too. Yeah, I think that still works. Because I'm thinking there's like a physical piece of evidence or something that Devin had hidden. So maybe it was something that Allison was looking for before like all the shenanigans went off.
All right. So yeah, he has that piece of information about the supernatural world is what I'm getting, right? About the real estate deal, maybe. All right. Cool. Let's cut back to Victor. I guess you're recovering your mastiff. Congratulate you. Since there's one more person in the call.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Yes. Venables is the last on my list. Are there more? Look at Malcolm.
Apart from Piper, who you don't want to fuck with, and Pierre, who is off the deal, so he's not like someone you need to worry about.
But Piper's in my call, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, Piper is technically in your call, but Malcolm doesn't want you to fuck with him because of the repercussions.
But I cannot rest until they're all dead or dealt with.
Yeah.
All right. So, but Venables. So I will look.
And by the way, you have a -1 ongoing to deal with Venables, I think. No, not Venables. Sorry, Piper, because you did try to put him on the list, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How do I get rid of that? Let's see. Oh,
when you offer them forgiveness for the wrongs they have done to you.
Okay. All right. I am going to ask. I think I can ask Malcolm how they're vulnerable to me. Let me take a look at this. Well, that's what I. Okay. There's a way to do that. Let's see. Oh, I think that's when I add them to the list. I can roll that. Okay.
Yeah, it's when you roll a 10+, but yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, you know that Venables is easy to reach. It's gonna be hard to kill because 1, he's immortal, and 2, he is surrounded by people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will. So, are you saying that I know where Venables is, or where he might be? Like, where
he's throwing a cocktail party in the evening.
Oh, excellent. I will head straight there.
All right.
In the evening. So I guess so this is still morning, right?
Sorry?
Is this still morning that we're doing?
It's in the afternoon.
Okay, so we have a couple hours. All right, I will go back to Amanda's apartment. I'm going to assume that I tried the shop and it's still closed. So at that point, I'll go back to the apartment.
And she's assumedly, I think she's not there. But by this point, Gus called her and told her what, and asked her to come.
Okay. I will just wait there and see what happens.
She's not coming back.
Okay. Well, if it gets late enough to where I think that there might be the party, then I will head there.
All right. I'm going to say Gus and Amanda get there first, if that's okay.
Fine. Yeah, that's totally legit. I'm walking, so yeah.
All right. So, Gus, you knock on the door, right?
Yes.
The manservant answers it.
I hand him my card and my coat.
Yes, and yeah, he takes it and
Walk in.
Yeah, you walk in. Yeah, and it's a big party, and it's a penthouse, and pretty much, a bunch of people are there,
milling about. I scan the room for our host, and hope Amanda looks suitably intimidating.
Yeah, you find Venables.
I walk over to him and say, "Thanks for inviting me to your soiree. This is my associate, Amanda."
I just nod.
Yeah. You know, I know you're busy here hosting this party, but I have some questions about some of our associates have started going missing, and I think it's I think we should have a chat.
Very well. I heard about Dolores, if that's what you mean.
Dolores, Claiborne,
yes.
Gone.
I don't remember you being part of the deal, though.
I'm not. But Allison belonged to me, and she belonged to Stolas. And whatever, by right of sole ownership and contract, we want in and think that we have a right to participate at this point.
He looks over to Piper, who is in the bar drinking.
Piper's too easy to find these days. It worries me, Venables.
Piper has always been easy to find. You just have to know where to look.
Fair enough. He sent me to watch Claiborne's death like it was some kind of a stage show.
Really?
I shit you not, my friend. So what?
He seems visibly worried now.
Venables?
Yes.
Venables is visibly worried. Good. What's it take to worry a guy like you?
Many things.
Sorry if my dog's barking in the background here.
Yeah. Yes, a combination of many things.
Look, I want to get this settled. Currently, Piper gave me back Piper gave me back Allison's soul. But I think Stolas is willing to stake it back again if you let us in on this deal and and let us know what's going on.
That Allison's soul was still on the deal.
Piper gave me something.
Do you still have it, or do you give it to Stolas already?
I gave it to Stolas already. Stolas has it. And he has not expressed displeasure or any signs that it's not the right soul.
That's odd. Very well.
Incidentally, for the record, and you can tell me if this is cool or not, but when I said Stolas wanted in on the deal, right, we didn't have that conversation, right? So
right.
I was lying to him.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that would trigger mislead.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so let's roll that. That is, I get to roll it with heart. Because of fun time. Those blue dice are mine, I believe.
Yes. Everyone's been rolling the blue dice, but whatever.
That's fine. That is fine. Reroll selected. It just came out the same again. But that happens. That is a 5 plus 2 is 7.
Oh, okay, good. On pick 2.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now. So what I want to do is I want to expose a weakness. I want to expose a weakness or flaw, and I want to create an opportunity.
All right. So I'm guessing it works out nice because the further entanglement is Piper is a thing clearly, and you don't really confuse them, but you create an opportunity and expose a weakness or flaw. The flaw or weakness is that Venables is worried that he's going to die tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the opportunity is that he will most likely owe you big time if you save him.
Right. Okay. Do I know who he's like? If he's worried about a specific person or thing killing him, or he just has a general fear of death tonight? That there's like some.
Yeah, I think it's more general because it's
Okay.
like he doesn't know who killed the other two.
Right. All right. My associate and I will stick with you here. See if we can't watch your back, and in return, when things settle down, we'll talk business.
All right. That's fair. All right. I want to see what Agnes doing in the evening. Like, what's Agnes' plan?
Well, I think I'm gonna go to the park where a very gruesome murder happened, and see what I can do there. I imagine there's already like a crime scene set up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like flash my credentials and
Actually,
look at it.
Actually, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
Like it's just like there was some cleanup, but it's clearly like there's nothing on record on this either.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there any like thing left behind, like any scrap, any like little object that they might have missed? I'm trying to use my psychometry. I'm digging.
Right. Well, there's a park bench that it has been destroyed pretty much. The picnic table.
Yeah, I think like the picnic table. Agni just goes and sits on the picnic table, and well, I guess
psychometry away.
Roll plus spirits.
Right.
Two, 6, 1.
Did you roll already?
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. It's an 8 with the +1.
Right, and how many questions is on an 8?
Just one. Oh wait,
right.
Yeah, just one. Let's see, what strong emotions have most recently been near this object? I guess we know this, but
All right. So what was Victor feeling when he murdered Dolores?
What was he feeling? That was a good question. I'm not sure. I think the closest thing he would be feeling would be satisfaction, I guess, because he is closing the loop. He's not angry with her. I mean, he should be, but he's kind of past all that now. He's just on this vengeance trip. But it's not an angry thing. It's not like he's not doing it out of an emotion, really. It's just like, these are the things I have to do today. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, you know, but I think that's what it is, you know.
It's like someone finishing their grocery list.
I was thinking groceries. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's out to get the groceries. Oh, and I got to kill this person. Hold on. Yeah.
No,
So yeah, you find that emotion, and you find the fact, well, fear and all the emotions attached to being found, like all smashed to death.
Oh, jeez, that's unsettling. I think while Agni's still sitting there, I'm gonna text Amanda to find out where she's at.
Yeah, she's at a party, unless she wants to say something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at your damn phone. We got work to do.
It's important. Just a second. So I guess I text Agni. I'm doing a job. Yeah, somewhere in like in a posh neighborhood. Maybe I don't give him too much details about stuff. So.
Oh man, I can't.
I mean,
address. Agni would probably ask, like, where are you? Like, I'll come to you.
Well, you can also track her number, I guess, since you have ties with the police. Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'll do that if Amanda won't tell me.
Yeah. So let's assume that in any case you'll be there soon.
Sure. Sure.
All right. Victor, I'm guessing you will show up about soonish at the party?
Yeah.
So how do you approach the Venables' door?
Well, I'm going to put on my good harness. I forgot he has a harness too. No, he'll just walk right up to the door. He isn't afraid of any of these people. He just walks right up to the door.
All right. The manservant opens the door, as always, and looks at you and, who are you?
This is none of your concern. Out of my way.
So you shove him out of the way. Okay, cool.
I don't shove him. I mean, if he doesn't move, I'll shove him. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's like,
scared.
He's just standing there.
I kind of want to use my new move on him, but let me look at it and see if this is appropriate. Nah, I'll wait till I'm closer to like Venables. So, yeah, I'll push him out of the way.
All right. So yeah, Gus and Amanda, you see Victor here.
He's walking not unlike Jason Voorhees, kind of towards his target. So not fast, but kind of inevitable.
I go up in front of him. It's like, Victor,
hello.
What's your business?
You know what my business is. I'll point. Do I see Venables from where I'm standing?
Yes, you do see
tonight,
Venables.
Victor.
I'll point at him and say, that's why I'm here.
Not tonight, Victor. Tonight's the night.
Tonight is the night. You're right.
Tonight's not the night. No, tonight.
That's a very important piece.
That's not to say.
Tonight is the night. Yes, you're right.
Sorry.
You're going to be a little more convincing than that.
Venables is looking around for his bodyguards.
All right, now I will look at him with my eyes get all big. I'll say, you, and I'll point at him. You must pay for
Right.
your crimes. And now I want to use my new move, if that's cool.
Okay, cool.
I'm definitely openly presenting myself to the agents of my enemies. I would say that's accurate. So let's see what happened. Which dice was that? Was using blue. Was I using blue? It was. Which dice do you want me to use?
Use whatever dice. I don't fucking know.
I'll use the purple ones, I guess. If nobody's using those.
Oh, I just randomly saw red dice. Okay.
Oh, because I'm gonna delete whatever. I'll use the purple ones.
Do we count as agents of his enemies here? Because that would be sick, but also very powerful.
I don't know. Do you count as agents of his like at this point? If you want to say Venables, yes, I would say so.
Okay, I mean I'm definitely there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that is an 11.
Oh,
Wait, where's the roll? I don't see it. Hold up. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I changed to purple, so okay. All right, so I take +1 armor against them. That's probably good. So they choose one of these three things. They scatter or flee, they throw down their weapons and surrender, or they attack me, ignoring my allies.
I'm gonna give that to Gus and Amanda since they're the PCs that are on Venables' side.
I mean, I'm gonna attack him.
All right.
Straight up. I'm gonna transform into my demon form, and go for the throat.
And Amanda, I'm assuming you do the same.
Sure.
Well, except the transforming part, obviously.
Yeah.
Roll that.
No, but I reach out my gun and point my gun at him.
All right. So yeah, the rest of Venables' people are gonna do the same. And by that I mean bodyguards, not Venables or the rest of the party. The party goers are about to scream and flee. Piper is still in the bar.
Okay.
Can I?
So this move actually kind of sucks because it doesn't scare them at all. They just shoot me.
Can I promise Victor something?
How?
I was like, Victor, tonight's the night. I'll give you your chance, but not tonight.
Well, the move's already triggered, so
Okay.
I think.
Well, you could choose not to attack me, I suppose, but
Yeah, Amanda can choose to not be an agent of your enemy, in which case she doesn't attack.
Yeah, but that means that I'm not honoring the debt that Justice asked me to do, right?
Well, I mean, if here's what I'm thinking. Tell me what you guys think. Like, you are clearly caught in the middle here, right? On the one hand, I pulled you in to this job to like be muscle, and that's sort of the debt. But on the other hand, like I can actually do something with a moderate cost. Like, I'm not sure that like fighting the guy who's maybe your friend, you don't know, like you're kind of caught in the middle here. So I feel like it should be like up to you how you want to react, and like so long as you think you're fulfilling the spirit of the debt, as opposed to like it's on like is what you're doing in the spirit of the debt of trying to protect Venables, but not necessarily acting fully as his agent, or do you feel like no, you're like turning your back on both of us and going over to Victor? like that? I think is sort of the.
Yeah, and I think since PCs are being caught up in this, I think it's legitimate for them to do something different than this list here.
Yeah.
Like, they should still react to it, but maybe she could do a move instead of doing one of these things. I think that's legitimate, too.
Yeah, I think...
So I'm not really trying to scare her, per se. Like, I'm really focused on it. So she could totally try to redirect me. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think Venables is gonna try to scatter and flee.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So, Amanda, do you have a way to try to redirect me, like with a move or something?
All my moves are just to harm, to like kill and like
You have debt on him.
Yep.
I do have debt on him. Don't you have a debt on me too?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
The good thing is Victor's not thinking about that right now. So
okay.
So if
you
you
can
want to try
cash
to
in
use
that
a
debt.
debt, you could, yeah.
Sure, I'll cash in that debt then.
Okay.
Do you remember what it was for?
Because
Oh yeah,
I found
saving
your
him
body,
from the
right?
river. Yeah, you saved him from the. You found him in the
And
river.
then, yeah. And
So yeah, that works. Victor, do you want to refuse to
do I
honor
have
the
to
debt?
explain like that?
Well, right now you have the debt. Like basically saying, hey, you don't have to roll. Victor, do you want to honor that debt or no?
How does Amanda word this?
Victor, I know the sole reason you're here is to take Venables out. If I didn't find you, right? I'll promise you I'll give you a chance, but not tonight.
Very well. But I'm not leaving your side until this is resolved.
All right.
All right.
Venomous is running the fuck away. Gus, are you still attacking?
So I have taken on my demon form. So I rolled a 7. I'm taking inflict +1 harm. We'll see if I end up having to use that. Did I hear what happened there, or was there too much chaos?
I think there might be too much chaos.
Well, but he would see me stop though, right? Like
Yeah, he would see you stop. Yes.
Well, I don't know if I guess you used your move, right? And I
Yeah.
feel bound by I think I'm responding. I think I have to attack is the truth. I think that just because you've backed off doesn't mean that the things you set in motion necessarily, right?
Yeah.
I think we have to live with the consequences of those actions. So.
Well, but also, like I said for Amanda, I suggested that PCs could maybe do something different because NPCs don't have moves.
Right. So, but I don't think.
In this situation, yeah, he's kind of acting as an agent of Venomous.
Like I'm functioning. I told him I was his bodyguard, and yeah, I think I'm attacking. I think I'm just how does your move? I think I'm just enraged, and I'm, maybe after one blow, if you fend me off, I can be talked out of it. But at this point, I think I take a swing.
Okay.
Unleash then.
Mm-hmm. I rolled
my creepy dog is there too, by the way.
Sorry,
Malcolm
what?
is there. Malcolm is there too, by the way. My creepy dog.
I do love your creepy
so
dog.
You have 2 armor against this attack, right?
Yep.
And I've got +1 harm.
Yes.
And I fail miserably at the 4. That's a 5. Sorry, with +1, but that doesn't.
All right. That's a 5. I think all right. I'm gonna hold on to that and
just so you know what I'm doing is with my clawed hands, with my bird taloned hands. I'm I swipe at you. Knocked over the light there for a second.
So how tall is Gus?
So Gus himself is about 5'10", but in his demon form he shrinks down and gets a little bit broader, and so he's probably about 5'4" or 5'5". With he's got thick, with these tufted owl horns, big eyes and claws.
Here's what's gonna happen. You don't manage to swing because you stop midway as Stolas tells you this is not the right soul.
Which is not the right soul?
The one you gave me.
And how am I hearing this message?
I think the bird now flies into your view behind Victor.
Fuck. And I turn away. I think the whole aggression in that moment is shattered. And I'm back to myself, but my clothes don't fit so well anymore. Like what used to be like a nice like I was wearing a fancy suit, and you know the shoulders popped, and so the seams are popped, and like the top 3 buttons on the shirt are gone, and the tie is completely ripped, and I like just sort of look beaten and exhausted, and I'm like, fuck. That was my response to that.
All right, so Victor sees all this happening because he's still standing there looking at you.
You don't see the bird. You don't see the
I
bird.
don't see the bird, but I see all this other stuff happen with him.
Yeah.
And so what I was going to say is that he like tries to run up, and I just put my hand on his face because my reach is a lot longer than his if he's 5'4". But anyway, that's fine. But I do want to kind of look him in the face and say, "You will also help me." I'm going to try to cash because I have 2 debts on Gus.
All right.
So I'm going to try to cash in a debt on him.
So here's my question, right? Like what he's asking me to do is, well,
so I'm not asking you to help me kill Venables, but provide me with some way to do it. Like you don't have to be there, but use your knowledge and influence to make it possible at some later date.
And I'm sort of like at this point, I think the transformation has kind of exhausted me, and I just look at him with these like tired, dead eyes, and I'm like, when I get what I want from him, he's yours.
Very well. I will.
But not a moment before.
Very well. Tell me what I must do to help you, and then you will help me.
Just stay out of my way.
All right. So So I basically cash in a debt on him, and he accepts.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Agni, you arrive at a building where everyone's running the fuck away.
I realized that we forgot to do my beginning of session move.
Oh, what was it? I forgot that the Oracle has one.
Yeah, it's super simple. I just roll plus spirit, and then I have hold, and I can use it to declare something terrible is going to happen, and I give me and my buddies +1 ongoing to avoid it. And if I miss, it's worse. Let me just knock that out real quick, because this looks like something I can make even worse.
Yes.
That's what we like here.
Oh, good. It's not even worse.
It's a 9. So I have 1. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so God, people just running outside of a building.
Yeah.
I think as I'm walking like through them, I imagine they're all running past me. I want to try and like, I'm gonna basically just like hold my hand out and let it brush across people's arms or something. I want to try and use skim the surface to try and get an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hopefully I don't hurt anyone, but here we go.
That's a 3 and a 6.
10,
So
nice.
You ask 3.
Ask 3. Oh, these are very specific. Well, what is your character thinking about right now, I guess? What are these people running from?
There's a guy who just threatened Venables. I need to get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. That's maybe the only one that's like really. I should have looked at these questions before I ran into this move. Is there like hidden pain? Does that tie into anything? I don't think so.
I think I'm gonna say since you rolled well enough, you managed to get Venables himself because he ran out of the building as well.
Oh, ooh, okay.
So you can ask the 3 questions.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, well, let's do who are you protecting?
I am mostly protecting myself. That was what the deal was about, I thought, because I thought that this deal was to also protect the people from the machine.
The machine. And then why are you keeping secrets? Those three.
Because Piper is a son of a bitch. And because I've also had people killed to get where I am right now.
Venables.
Right.
Can I try and grab Venables?
I think at this point he's ran past you.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Yeah, he's gone.
Cool.
The one that brushed past you happened to be Venables, and then he's
Yeah,
past you.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go on up, call the elevator.
All right.
See what's happening.
So, yeah, Venables is gone. Upstairs, Venables is already gone. While this conversation was going on, Piper's still there. The people are mostly gone. Whoever is either drunk or like too confused to realize what the fuck is going on. And Agni shows up now. What do you do?
Is Piper still at the bar?
Yes.
And everyone else is basically gone?
Yes.
So I gesture to the other three and walk over to the bar, pick up a bottle of bourbon, pour myself a cup, put out a bunch of other cups and bottles for other people, turn to Piper and say, "What's your fucking game, Piper?"
Game. Yes, game. Which one?
It's a fair question. You've got enough of them. I look to Agni. What brought you here?
I think Agni will walk up and pour himself a drink. Sell those glasses. Very nice of you. And Agni just shrugs and says, "I had a hunch, and I needed to talk to Amanda too." It's weird that both of those things are in the same place.
You have any hunches about this asshole? I just gesture with my head and my eyes to Piper.
To Piper. I'm gonna turn to Piper and to Piper I just hold out my hand and just offering it, see if Piper will take my hand to grasp my hand.
Yeah, he grabs your hand and shakes it wildly. Give me the surface roll.
Yeah. 2d6 plus 1.
That's a 7. Ask
7.
1.
Barely. I think what is your character? What is Piper thinking about right now?
How it fucked up. The thing is not going as well, but it'll be better soon, hopefully.
Yeah, so I'll just finally pull my hand out of that crazy handshake. And to guess, I'll say everything seems to be on track. Seems like Piper is in control here.
I'm right here,
I've never doubted Piper's control of the situation. The question, as always, is why. The soul you gave me wasn't Allison's, and I think you know that.
All right. That was Devin's soul, right? I need Allison's soul.
Allison's soul doesn't belong to you.
Okay, give me Devin's soul, and I'll give you Allison's soul.
as soon as
yeah,
and I pulled my gun again. It's like, what did you just say?
Stolas has Devin's soul. I will trade it for Allison's soul because I gave you the wrong soul apparently, or him pointing at Gus.
I laugh and I pour myself another drink.
Agni, could you explain?
The complication is if Allison isn't here and Allison had Devin's soul, then I don't really know how we could get you Devin's soul, Piper. I don't know about that. Devin, though.
Okay. Here's what happened. Allison had two souls.
Okay.
And Piper, this is Piper explaining it to Agni. Okay, Allison had two souls, and she, I guess, contracted one of them to Stolas and one of them to me. So let's have the right souls back, I guess.
You guess. How did you end up with both of them, Piper?
She died.
She did die. The contract still shouldn't have let that happen. I do not understand. Which doesn't mean you do either, asshole, but something is not right here.
Yeah, Allison has some weird fucked up shit with souls. Anyways, we can do the trade, and then that's that, and you can get your ass off of this thing right now, or after the trade.
Hold on 1 second. I want to see something.
And he is going to basically cash in a debt to have you accept, to have you say, to have you get your ass off of this whole thing after he's given you Allison's soul.
I mean, that will. If you legitimately give me Allison's soul, I'm gonna need. Let me start this. I need to talk to Stolas about it. Stolas has Devin's soul now, but assuming everything's straight with them, and you're being straight with me, then we can make that happen.
All right, that's cool. Then go talk to him or them. Go talk to them right now. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Okay. I took the wrong move when I advanced. I'm gonna have to go back to my office and get this stuff.
All right.
Can I go with Gus? Because I want to see Devin's soul.
You can ask him.
Yeah. So you've been keeping this for me, Gus, huh?
You heard this whole conversation. I had no idea what the hell was going on. That was the problem.
Where is he? Where's the soul?
A demon has it.
Demon? How do we get to it? How can we get it?
I asked very nicely. Tell the demon that it's in their best interest to make the exchange. And then the exchange happens. But who's the we here in this conversation, Amanda? There's no. You're welcome to tag along. I certainly appreciate the help with any trouble that comes on the way. But so far as this deal goes, there's no we.
All right. I'm just gonna go away now and have you sort this out. I'll meet you tomorrow. Okay?
You know where my office is.
Yeah. All right. And Piper just walks away. All right. So yeah, all four of you are in an empty bar in Venables' place.
Let me tell you three what I'm going to do. I'm going to have one more drink. I'm going to go home, take a shower, and go to sleep. Put on some clothes that haven't been ripped to shit. And go to my office tomorrow morning to deal with Piper. And hopefully talk to Venables too when that's done. You're welcome to hang out at the office building. You've all been very helpful, and I hope to continue our relationships. But I need to get some sleep.
All right.
And I walk out, and they can follow me or do their own thing. Or
I think at this point we can do end of session, if that's okay with everyone.
Yeah.
All right. End of session is have you learned something meaningful about a faction? Increase the score by 1 and then decrease the score of another one by 1. And it's okay if you haven't done that. Just let me know if you are changing your factions.
May I? Sorry,
yes.
I keep on jumping in. So yeah, I think that I learned something new about power, and that I learned that the great immortal Venables fears for his life sometimes, and that's right. He's in the power faction.
Yes.
So
and which one do you decrease?
I'm going to decrease Wild because Piper and I are we might be doing deals, but we don't seem to like each other very much, and it's not getting better.
All right. Anyone else wants to change their faction relationships?
What faction is Venables? Is he power? Right?
Power, yeah.
I mean, I could sort of make a case for that, but I don't know that. I mean, I scared him. Like, he knows I'm after him now. I don't really want to raise it to 3, though. That doesn't make sense. So, no, I think I'm good.
All right. Apart from anyone else wants to switch or no?
I'll up the night because I learned about Gus having
Gus is wild.
or like so. Oh wow! Okay, good. Then I'll do wild. Then I'll up my wild.
And which one which one do you decrease then?
Venables' power. I'll do mortality, I guess.
All right, that makes sense. And Agni, you want to switch any?
I don't think so. I
All
think I just started and like too much.
All right, cool. Then favors. Did anyone do any favors at a cost that weren't taken care of?
I don't think so, but in that context, can I just ask you a question? In terms of the discharging a debt from, so Piper discharged a debt on me, or he called in a debt and I discharged it, or whatever the move is, but it hasn't been completed yet. So should I mark with Wild now, or should it wait until whenever that actually happens or not?
Yes, I think you should. Wait.
Great.
Oh, and anyone else on our debts? Because I think Amanda honored Wild, Victor honored Wild as well, I think, or Mortality.
Yeah, Mortality.
Mortality.
And I honored Knight, but I marked it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So let's do.
Do we mark XP for that when we do those or no?
Yeah, you mark their faction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's corruption. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, gotcha.
And then there's Stars and Wishes. Let's start with Wishes. I wish I'd been like not in this situation, like outside of the whole situation with family stuff. So I could focus more on this, but that's more of like I wish stuff didn't happen, but did happen, so I'd have to like deal with that. But my star is at least the session went well enough. Despite that, so thank you all. Who wants to go next with Stars and Wishes?
I can go.
Yeah.
I think just
Okay,
I wish it's the same thing for anytime dropping into a game like midway through. It's just always like a little bit difficult. So I think maybe I wish that there was just like a list of characters really. I was trying to take notes on stuff to get caught up, and I like totally could not.
There's an NPC list, but I don't know if that's enough.
Is there? Is it in the?
It's in the.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there is a list.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I wish I would have paid more attention and like looked at the Excel file. That would have made things a lot easier.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. I should have seen. I didn't look at the bottom of the sheet.
Yeah.
My star, though, like usual. Oops, I knocked out my headphone. Everybody in the Gauntlet is so good about like bringing people in halfway through, though. So I thought you did a really awesome job, like jumping around and finding ways to make sure that I had like narrative moments, and then you guys all did like super well interacting with me and making me feel like I wasn't just like sitting in a corner. So that was super good.
All right, cool. Jesse, do you have any stars and wishes?
Sure. So a wish. So I don't know. I kind of wish that I had kept my mouth shut a little bit more, if that makes sense. I felt like in scenes that I was present, I maybe took up a little bit too much of the air, and it didn't, and especially in interacting with NPCs as opposed to PCs. And I wish I'd sort of like focused more on that, because I think building those relationships would have helped the game a lot, and also helped everyone have more fun. As a star, I want to give a star to Maria in particular here for especially coming off of last week when you talked about pacing and spotlighting a little bit. I thought you did a really, really, really great job of making sure that every character got a bunch of scenes, of trying to funnel us to places we were in scenes together, and in terms of like managing the pacing so that, you know, stuff got done even when sometimes we were dragging our feet a little bit. So big stars to you.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment. I think that one of the things I've played, this is the probably fourth different Urban Shadows game that I've played over the years, and the biggest issue with this game that it has, and I don't know that there's necessarily a way to fix it, but the biggest issue with it is that the party gets split up all the time because we're all pursuing our own things. Like there isn't a like in a fantasy game, you don't have like a dungeon that you're all kind of going through, or so you're spread out, and so the danger is, of course, spotlight issues and people constantly being on their own issues. So I think the very good job of making sure that we didn't get too far afield from each other. So yeah. One of the things that I think Victor, I'm really trying not to make him a one-trick pony. I'm not sure how to do that, but his story is, I mean, he is driven to do this thing. He's driven to, get justice for these people. And I think what I want to have happen, and I want to have the other characters redirect him, or because one of the things it talks about in his moves is that he doesn't have to kill them. He can get justice against them in other ways. But I think that right now Victor doesn't really get that. But I think the other characters may be able to help him understand that. Because I want him to be more than just, Jason Voorhees walking through and, smashing people. But it's been successful for him. That's what he's done. The 2 people he marked off the list, he killed. So it's like he just needs, and I think maybe with Venables, we can try to work that in to where he's maybe not killing Venables. So.
All right. That's a good point. Zach, last word.
All right. So my wish has been, I feel like today I've been kind of out of it. So it took me a while to figure stuff out, or I feel like I've had some pretty responding. It took me a while. Just I don't haven't been responding that well, or as much as good as I've done past sessions. So yeah, I just wish I would pay more attention, and have a better grasp of where the story is going, and I probably am understanding what Amanda's motivation is all about. I have to figure that out and flesh it out better. But yeah, I don't know. I want to give Star for Maria for pulling it all together. You did such a good job. So yeah, I'll give that to you.
All right. Thank you. Last words before we stop the broadcast.
Thank you. I hope things get better.
Yeah, thank you. I will see you next week, hopefully, and stop the broadcast now.